Greetings, YouTube. Here I am again. Hey, YouTube, you know, in the spirit of Halloween, I've been trying to do all kinds of cool Halloween comics, the horror stuff. I'm going to diverse a little bit today. Today, I'm taking a look at Dracula. And it's not the Bela Lugosi, and it's not the traditional Dracula that we're used to. No, it's Dracula the superhero. Look at that. They didn't give him ears and a Batman utility belt. That's right. Dracula's secret cave, the origin of his little Robin sidekick Frida, and Dracula finds his speciality. Oh my God, Dracula, he's a superhero. It's from 1973. It's a number 8. Hey, I did a number 6 for this comic book last Halloween. You can look that up. And let's get started and learn all about Dracula. Dracula, the superhero who looks like Batman without a cape. Oh my God, Dave. I don't know if this is the good stuff or not. You'll have to let me know in the comments below. And inside the front cover of this really cool old comic book from 1973, we get an ad for how you could gain a little weight, put on a little muscle, and grow a pair like Pickle and Poop, the Sagmasters here. They need to gain a little weight and do something about that pickle there, Harper. Ah! All joking aside, you know it's a great comic book when Dracula looks up and goes, ah! She's frozen in fear. And it starts off with Frida falling to her death, look God. And this is before she even joined up and became his little sidekick. Wow. And in wonderful panels brought to you by the Daily Dan blog. I should have saved this for Valentine's Day. Dracula is undercover in the United States. Dracula's a superhero. Dracula's got a girlfriend. Her name is Frida. She's a hot little blonde with blue eyes. Well, I guess Dracula's got good taste. As skinny old hobos, watch out, look at that nose on that hobo. You know what? I think he's stalking Dracula. Yes, Dracula, who has bats in his belfry, his X-ray vision like Superman. He can control your mind. Well, anyway, they're having a big party. Frida's going skydiving. Uh, hey, we'll see you later, Frida. As they hold hands, she goes off and says, hey, I'm going to hit the plane. Watch me jump. And as she gears up, Dracula waves her a chilly hi-ho silver away. Go, jump out that airplane, you crazy beep. Anyway, the plane flies around. She jumps out. Dracula looks on and in excitement, we finally get to the part where the story started at the beginning, where we see Frida falling. Frida froze in fear. Frida's parachute malfunctioning, not working correctly. Oh my God. Shazam! Oh, wait a minute. Wrong freaking comic book. What does he holler? Dracula! Teeth! A change! I don't know what this idiot hollers, but he changes into a superpowered bat and flies up to rescue Frida. That's right. It's Batman to the rescue. I meant Dracula to the rescue, because a superhero whose shape is that of a giant bat with pointed ears and a bat on his utility belt. No way on earth resembles Batman. It's just a coincidence as Dracula shows he can fly, not even being a bat, just like them sparkly frickers in Twilight. He grabs her by her vest and saves the day, lowering Frida to the ground and making a hasty bat-like retreat. Dracula has saved the day as he grabs his car, swings around to the other side, and says, Frida, that was really stupid of you. Oh, thanks for saving me there, Count Drac. Show me to your pad. And that's what Dracula does. He takes Frida to his secret lair. That's right. Because Dracula, who is not Batman, let me point that out again, has pointed ears, a bat on his a utility belt, and oh my God! Here we go. Here we go. Batman. I meant Dracula. Dracula has a secret vampire cave. That's right. He's got the cave. It's probably on the same mountaintop where them Lost Boys lived. Oh my God. So now, in full panels brought to you, Mighty Daily Dan blog, I'll have you a flashback. I'll show you how Frida, whatever her freaking name is, became Das Vampire. Das Vampire. Yeah, she became a vampire because she died. Kind of died. Almost died. Nearly died. Whatever. Anyway, here we see her when she was a lab assistant for the great and powerful Dr. Frankenstein. That's right. She hung out with the Frankenstein freaks. She was a lab assistant. She was a good lab assistant. She did all the lab work. She knew all Dr. Frankie's horrible secrets. To that horrible day, she had a day off and went to party on the beach with her hippie friends. 2 girls, 2 guys, and a dog. Oh, thank you. And it was at this point that Frida run into Evil Roy. I call him Evil Roy, but he's known as the Pied Piper because he's always playing some strange music and leading little kids off into the woods because that's a Roy thing to do. That's right, Roy, you sick freak. Leave them children alone, Roy. What is wrong with you, Roy? Yes, it's Roy from Puerto Rico blowing on something and attracting little kids because he's a sick perv. Oh, no, Frida, what will you do? Well, it don't take long for Roy blows a magical flute. Now, Roy's so good at blowing a magical flute. Roy blows his magical flute and has the evil children attack Frida. A vicious battle ensues. Frida throws the children to the left and to the right. But Evil Roy waves his hand and uses his magic powers as the children attack. That's right, Evil Roy looks on with his long, evil nose. Evil Roy looks on as the children attack Frida. They tie Frida, they bound Frida, they throw her in a van and shove it off a cliff. Evil Roy looks on and laughs as Frida's van plunges to the dark depths below. She goes down, 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 down. Wah, wah, wah. Well, guys, what do you think of this crap so far? I kind of like it. I really do in some warped, weird way. Hey, Dave Sunstorm, over on YouTube. Is that the good stuff? Let me know, Dave, if that's the good stuff. Be sure to check out Dave Sunstorm and his incredible brother, Steven Sunstorm, here on YouTube. Be sure to check out my friend Pat McCormick on the Golden Ranger TV. Thank you, Pat, for letting me use your music on my live shows. Hey, my live shows will be back in December when my copyright strike in jail is over. I shouldn't show some stuff on YouTube, should I? A special shout out to my friend Thrash Pondo Pons. Love your stuff. Big Guys 45's BK on the air. The Life and Sad Endings channel, as well as that other guy. What's that other guy's name? Oh, yeah, the guy that always forgets about me. You know, the apologetic geek. But you don't apologize for forgetting about me. And now, in full panels brought to you by the Daily Dan blog, Dr. Frankenstein creates the elixir of strength. Yes, it's super. It's powerful. And why he created it, we will never know. As Dracula, sensing something is wrong, emerges from his cave. Dracula, knowing that something happened, but not knowing what, turns into Batman! Oh, did you hear that? Black helicopters flying over the house. Let's try that again. Okay, I guess it was a one-off. Anyway, Roy, the evil flutist, is blowing on something like usual as Dracula in his Vampire Man. I still want to say Batman so bad. In his Vampire Man costume with pointed ears and a bat on the utility belt, quickly pulls the Scooby-Doo van from the water and pulls Frida out. He rescues her and flies away with Frida. He flied away with Frida as the evil Pied Piper, the evil Roy, fills his car up with gas. Oh, what? I actually had to stop and reread a few things. I guess I speed read it a little bit fast. Anyway, after Frida's horrible accident, Vampire Man has no choice but to put the bite on her. That's right. He's sad. He had to put the bite on her. He had to change her over. Now he must confront the blower. He must confront Roy for what he has done. Frida, finally coming to, realizes that she has the strength of 10. That's right, Frida is a vampire. Like a cat, she climbs the cliff swiftly and fastly, saying, I've never been able to move like this in my life. And she attempts to well, God, she's witnessing the children falling. Whatever will anybody do? Dracula, Frida, somebody save these fat little kitty looking. Okay, guys, this is just freaking wrong. Look, kids are plummeting to their death. She's witnessing them plummeting to their death. Dracula is fighting with the evil Roy. And look at the very next page. I'm turning it right in front of you. Very next page. These kids landed on a net. They had no explanation for being there. It just popped up out of nowhere. What did he do? Throw that son bitch out of that fancy utility belt? That just bothers me. That's called incontinuity. That's called something that don't make sense. That's called some bullshit. I don't like that in my comic book. Oh, did I say that out loud? Anyway, I don't like that in my comic book. It bothers me. Dracula versus the blower, Roy. Dracula versus the Pied Piper. Dracula takes him out. Dracula makes wink wink with Bleeder. Dracula changes back in to his scrubs. Dr. Frankenstein's all upset. He's been helping Dracula with this here serum. He says, you can't drink the serum, Frida. Frida says, I'm going to drink that serum and be even stronger. No, Frida, no. As Frankenstein chases Frida down the hall, he's too late. Frida drank the serum. Now, this serum, mixed with her vampire blood now, is going to make Frida a super powerful superhero, even more powerful than Dracula. What? But Frida has a plan. That's right, Frida the Streeter. She takes the powerful serum, the ones that makes you strong to Dracula, and tells him to drink it too. And together, they will be Batman and Batgirl. Oh, God dang it. They will be Vampire Man and Vampire Girl with pointed ears and bats on their utility belts and nothing to do or nothing like Batman whatsoever, because the big difference is, oh God, they don't have capes, right? Oh my God. And so we come to the last dismal story in this dismal comic book. No, I've actually enjoyed this comic book. I think it's drawn really well. They are great characters, and Dracula the superhero is unique and unlike a lot of other comic books I've looked through. The art's off the good. It's got that really cool old comic book smell. It's in great shape. It's an 8.8 or a 9, I guess. So I can't complain about that, even though the stories are a little bit, oh my God, and have a little skip around incognity problem. What do you want to call it? Incognity? Anyway, let's get busy. An old lady's getting fleeced out of her goods by a fake-ass ghost. Fleeta's working out, showing off all her new powers to the incredible vampire man we call Dracula. Oh my God, he looks more like Peter Criss from Kiss. Which reminds me to tell everybody to check out my friend Eric over at Paranormal Highway. While I'm sitting here looking at this freaking comic book, I'm looking at old comic books from 1973. My friend Eric's at a goddamn Kiss concert. That's right, he's seeing Kiss live right now, and I'm looking at this shit. There's no justice in this world whatsoever. Anyway, moving right along. Frida and Dracula talking outside the cave. Frida stuck in traffic. Frida heading off to wherever the blue hell this estate is to check it. It actually says blue hell. The BB estate? She's going off to the BB estate where they're going to let her in because she's blind. Anyway, look at this. Superpowers, just like Shazam. Whenever we say our magic words, we're automatically bats, and we can just fly wherever we want to go. Hey, check it out. Frankenstein's creations finally come on out. Frankenstein in a disguise. He's out creeping around. I have a suspicion Frankenstein may be Evil Roy. Why does all the bad guys in this comic book always have that really long nose? It reminds me of something, but I just can't put my finger on it. If you can put your finger on it, let me know in the comments below, Captain. Why does the bad guys have these long noses? Why do they all look like Roy? Why is Frankenstein green on just his head? Why does that cop look wah, 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 like Michael Marone? To the answer to these questions and many more, stay tuned as the bats fly along towards whatever's going on, I guess. Of course, they're Dracula and his girlfriend. They're chilling by the pool in incognito because while ago they were flying off to some adventure, but now they're sitting by the pool having a conversation because nothing makes sense sometimes as they read the Daily Rag. That's a great name for a freaking newspaper. It's the Daily Rag. And Widow got built out of $10,000 by a ghost, and that looks suspicious. So Dracula and Fleda head on off to the witch's cottage, apparently, to investigate the ghost. Oh my God, this story's kind of making me want to pull out some hair. Yeah, and of course, a bad guy's gonna be out messing around, but we can tell he's a bad guy because he has a long, pointed nose like Roy. Yeah, he's Ghostbusters. They called out Ghostbusters. That's right. That's funny. Mr. Goblin, Mr. Roy Goblin, the long-nosed villain of this. He's going to come out and spiritually clean the house and get rid of all the ghosts as Dracula sneaks around and watches in the window. Just like a Roy making some old lady count up all her money as he prepares to bilk her out. You know, it's just ironic how all the evil characters look exactly the same in the face. They're long nosed with a little creepy mustache and big round eyes. They all look like they from Puerto Rico. They all look like Roy. It's true, they do. Roy gonna pretend to be a ghost. Roy doing his crap. I'm a ghost. Boo, boo, boo. Let me scare you. Boo, boo, boo. Don't lady like she's gonna have a heart attack. Boo, boo, boo. I'm a ghost. Let me scare you. I will chase you forever. Boo, boo, boo. Ah! Well, lady's freaking. All of a sudden, a big flash and a giant bat appears. So info panels brought to you by the Daily Dan blog. We see the epic conclusion as the ghost. The ghost that we know's Roy wearing a sheet. The ghost that's freaking out the old ladies is unmasked by Fleda. Fleda to the rescue. Fleda attacking. Fleda, because Dracula, I guess, is too busy watching. Fleda using karate. But evil Roy pulls out a gun and takes a shot at Dracula, who just appeared out of nowhere, I guess. What the heck? He's shooting up everything as he gets kicked in the head. And Frida changes into a bat and drops a sheet over him. Over Dracula? What? Now you're freaking out. Oh, it's a ghost. Ah! Which has got to be about the suckiest ending you've ever gonna see. He runs outside, the cops are waiting. He goes to jail and the bats fly off. I want to pull my hair out on that little crappy story, but read Dell Comics. I want you to read Dell Comics. And on the back cover, you get an ad. Finally, an ad. Hey, I give this Dell comic a lot of credit. I think I went through the whole thing and didn't see one ad for another comic book or one of these things like we're looking at here where you could order all this crappy stuff from back in the day. Hey, I ordered that. And we wasted the heck out of a back cover. That's depressing. And that's my look at Dracula from 1973, number 8. That's right, Dracula's a superhero in this comic book. What'd you think? Let me know in the comments below. Hey, Dave, was that the good stuff? I'm leaning towards not, but I kind of liked it. I really like these old Dracula comic books. Like I said, I've got another one up on the wall already somewhere, and you can check that review out right here on the Day Dan blog. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that stupid little bell, and I'll be back with some more content in the near future. Probably, maybe. Okay, I will. Black over, dudes.